After Order 66 was executed, while in the Jedi Temple, Obi-Wan is in disbelief. "It can't be. It can't be him," says Obi-Wan. Yoda then says, "Destroy the Sith, we must. Send me to kill the Emperor. I will not kill Anakin. To fight this, Darth Sidious. Strong enough, you are not." "I can't. I just can't do it. He is my brother, and I love him." Since I do. A great conflict inside of you, Obi-Wan. Go and face your fallen Padawan, I will. What am I to do? Keep an eye on the Emperor, you must. Escape, he cannot. Yoda then leaves to go meditate in the meditation chamber. After 15 minutes, he senses Anakin's hate and lots of death. Similar to when he killed the Tusken Raiders, Yoda quickly goes to his ship and lets the Force guide him. After following the Force, Yoda lands on a factory inside an orange and lava-based planet. While Yoda exits his ship on his walking cane, Anakin sees the green Jedi starfighter, and he knows that it's Yoda's. Anger fills up inside of him. No one can stop him from saving Padme. Anakin gets angrier as he remembers what Yoda told him to do. He said to just let her go and die. Anakin says to himself, "I will save Padme, no matter what." Anakin goes to meet the small green Jedi on the same platform that he meets Padme in an alternate timeline. "Skywalker, fallen too far you have, towards the dark side, but never too late it is to come back. The Emperor wants the galaxy for himself. Cares not for you, he does, He has shown me the way to power I did not think possible. The power to save my wife." So Padme must be his wife, and she is the one who is dying, Yoda says to himself. Anakin continues and says, "I could have had that power from you if you would have trusted me and granted me the rank of master." "Want this for you?" Padme would not. Anakin's rage goes over the top, and his eyes turn yellow. He activates his blue lightsaber and goes to attack Yoda. Yoda, who was prepared, pulls out his green lightsaber and attacks Anakin. Yoda is extremely fast, jumping and spinning all around Anakin. He's using Form 4, Ataru, the aggressive form. This form is all about speed and quickly killing your opponent. Anakin, on the other hand, is mostly using Form 5, Gem So, the Perseverance form. This form is all about power and overpowering your opponent with sheer force. Anakin also combines this with Form 4, making him fast and strong. Yoda starts jumping around Anakin, trying to land a hit. But with Anakin fully in tune with the dark side, his power and speed is too strong for even Yoda. Yoda jumps to Anakin's side, and Anakin parries. He then jumps over top of him, and he still parries. After 30 seconds of this continuous fighting, Yoda taps into the Force as much as he can, and his speed is extremely fast. With this unexpected boost of speed, he manages to slightly cut Anakin's left side of his lower back, before Anakin blocks it. The blow was not strong nor deep enough to really damage Anakin. Anakin then force pushes Yoda back and tries to force choke him. Despite Anakin now being the most powerful person in the galaxy, he's unable to break Yoda's force bubble. Meanwhile on Coruscant, Obi-Wan goes to Padme's apartment and explains to her what happened with Anakin. Shortly after this encounter in the Senate building, Palpatine says to Mas Amida, "Prepare my shuttles for immediate takeoff. I sense Lord Vader is in danger." Padme prepares her shuttle to go see Anakin, and Obi-Wan sneaks on board as he can sense Anakin's pain and he saw the Emperor's shuttle leave orbit moments ago. There was only one place where he could be going. Back on Mustafar, Yoda is starting to get tired, and he is a bit out of breath. All that fast jumping and spinning really tired him out. On the other hand, Anakin's power has grown, and he is better than ever. With all of Anakin's rage inside of him, he doesn't feel the cut at all, and all it did was anger him even more. He goes on the offensive with his fast and powerful strikes. Anakin is moving forward, while Yoda is moving back. They go through a narrow hallway, and Anakin nearly strikes a deadly blow. The battle now continues in the control center. Yoda then jumps back to the left console. Anakin charges at Yoda, and Yoda front flips over Anakin and lands on the right console. While jumping over him, he cuts Anakin's top right side of his back. But since Yoda was jumping away, he could not deal a deadly blow. Anakin, enraged by this attack, uses the Force to quickly launch 2 chairs at Yoda. Yoda uses the Force to block the chair, but suddenly, Anakin jumps at Yoda with a fast and powerful attack. Yoda is on the defensive side, and he tries to run back as far as he can. While moving backwards, they go through another narrow hallway. Yoda knows this is bad. He can't jump or move around while in the hallway, so he force pushes Anakin back and jumps to the left wall and to the end of the hallway. But the force push has no effect on Anakin, and when Yoda tries to escape, Anakin force pulls Yoda back into the hallway. Anakin strikes on top, and then to Yoda's right, then to his left, and again to his right. Anakin is on a rampage, and all Yoda can do is try to deflect all of Anakin's blows. Anakin then strikes upwards and moves Yoda's lightsaber to the left and strikes the right side of Yoda's face. Yoda is too slow to properly block the attack and gets badly injured. Anakin then strikes from above onto Yoda's head. Yoda manages to get his lightsaber up to block the attack. Because of the previous hit Anakin had on Yoda, Yoda is extremely weak, while Anakin is still strong. The attack goes right through Yoda's head, and the Jedi Grandmaster is no more. When Anakin kills him, his anger starts to go down, and he hears a beep. He goes to the console and sees that a Tetha class T-2C shuttle, and he senses the Emperor aboard. The Emperor lands right beside Yoda's ship, and Anakin goes out to greet him. As the Emperor walks down his ship, Anakin drops down to one knee and bows to his master. "Rise, my friend. You have done well, my apprentice, to kill the best of the Jedi. It is impressive. You now have the power required to save Padme." "So how do I save her, Master?" As the words left Anakin's mouth, they both look up and see Padme's J-type Naboo star skiff in the air. Padme lands on a platform across from where Palpatine and Yoda landed. Anakin leaves Palpatine as if he wasn't even there, and he goes to run to see Padme. As she walks down the ramp, Anakin keeps running and gives her a big hug. The smile on his face is very big, and he feels home. Nothing else seems to bother him, and for a second, he forgot where he was. He looks at Padme, and he asks her what she's doing here. And then right after that, too fast to let Padme say something, he says, "Wait, are you okay? Is the baby okay?" She says yes, and then she says that she was really worried about him and she had to go see him. She asks Anakin to come back with her, so that they can raise their child on Naboo. She also forgot about the fact that Anakin had killed those younglings. They were both in a moment together, and it seemed like there was nothing else around them except for beautiful green grass and flowers. However, this couldn't be further from the truth, as they were on a lava planet, and Palpatine was slowly walking behind them to get on the platform. Anakin then says, "I'm so close to saving you, and once that happens, we'll be able to do anything we want." Padme now came back to reality, and she glanced around and saw the Emperor walking towards them. Anakin noticed Padme's shifts, and he looked around and saw Palpatine. Again, Anakin asked Palpatine how he could save her. Palpatine took his time to respond. In his mind, he says to himself, "Padme has become a big distraction for Lord Vader. I cannot allow her to survive. And Lord Vader has become too powerful, and soon he will try to kill me and take my place as ruler and emperor of the galaxy." Now speaking out loud, he says, "You still need a bit more power, and then you will be able to save your wife from certain death." But Anakin was impatient now, and he knew he was powerful enough. He started to get a bit angry against Palpatine. He responded by saying, "When will that be?" Both Anakin and the Emperor were tired of playing this game, and then unexpectedly, the Emperor shoots a lightning bolt at Anakin and Padme. He holds it for 3 seconds, and then charges up, and fires again at Anakin. Anakin was now ready, and managed to pull his lightsaber out, barely able to block the strongest, powerful attack. While Anakin was focused on protecting himself, Palpatine changed his angle and fired at Padme as well, while having his evil, sinister laugh. Palpatine closed her eyes and prayed for her safety. Just as the lightning was supposed to hit her, she felt nothing. She looked up, and she sees Obi-Wan in front of her, blocking the lightning and saving her life. Obi-Wan and Anakin both made contact, and then Obi-Wan says, "We must stop this evil together." Palpatine now stops his Force lightning. "Young fools, I hope you do not truly believe you can defeat me. I am the all-powerful Emperor, and I am unstoppable. But I guess I will have to teach you both a lesson about the dark side of the Force." "We will see about that," replied Obi-Wan. "Padme, get back to your ship, and wait for me on Naboo." Padme complied with Anakin's orders, and she got on the ship and left the planet. "Once I kill you both, I will make sure she suffers a horrific death. Soon I shall be the only one to rule this galaxy with nothing to stop me. I thought that Lord Vader would be by my side, but his love blinds him, and he cannot be fully attuned to the dark side. That would be the only way you can defeat me." Palpatine turns on his lightsaber, and then it is followed by Anakin and Obi-Wan's. They may have defeated Dooku together, but Palpatine is on another level. Palpatine takes the offensive and charges at the Jedis. The Jedis each go on opposite ends of Palpatine, and they are now prepared to attack. They attack at the same time, Obi-Wan's attack being less powerful and a bit less fast, but his attacks are very safe and difficult to counter. Anakin, on the other hand, strikes fast and strong. Palpatine, of course, is able to block each attack, as he has mastered every lightsaber form. He knows them all, and he can use whichever one is most effective depending on his scenario. Compared to fighting Dooku and Yoda, who each have their own lightsaber styles, Palpatine does it, and this makes him very unpredictable and very hard to read. Yet Palpatine is alone, and Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting in sync with one another, the complete opposite of the way they fought Dooku 3 years ago. Even though Anakin just fought Yoda, he is not tired. He doesn't even feel worse as any way. If anything, it was just a warm-up for the real fight in front of him. Both Anakin and Obi-Wan realize how important this battle is. If they lose, it will cause millions to suffer, and no one will be able to stop it. For Anakin, he's thinking about what will happen to Padme if Palpatine survives. He knows that that evil monster will torture and kill his wife and kid. That thought flicks a switch inside of him, and he starts to light up. He's like a furnace, getting hotter and hotter as time goes on. Anakin aggressively strikes at Palpatine, and Palpatine is starting to get worried.
He knows he can't keep up with the 2 Jedi coming after him. So like he did when he fought Mace Windu and the 3 other Jedi Masters, he goes for the weakest link first, that being Obi-Wan. As Anakin strikes Palpatine, Palpatine force pushes him back and then goes ballistic on Obi-Wan for 3 seconds. He's a blur, and so fast. However, Obi-Wan is the master of Form 3, which is the defensive form. He just nearly survives the attack, and Anakin is back. Palpatine jumps away from them, and Anakin charges at him. Obi-Wan, seeing this, jumps ahead of Anakin, as he knows what will happen next. Sidious fires lightning from his hands, and it hits Anakin for a second before Obi-Wan blocks it. Anakin is slightly stunned, but with not that much effect. He jumps over Obi-Wan and strikes down on Palpatine's head. This is followed by Obi-Wan attacking to his left side. Both Anakin and Obi-Wan are on the offensive now, and Palpatine is backing up. They go through the same hallway that Anakin killed Yoda in, but nobody noticed it. Just a split second of distraction is enough for Palpatine to kill, just like he did with Kit Fisto. Anakin is leading the charge, with Obi-Wan helping him out. They get back outside, with lava flying all over the place. They get to the end of the surface. They now have to cross a dangerous pipe that is floating over the lava. Palpatine is really worried, but he doesn't show it. He jumps onto the pipe and tries to quickly and yet safely go to the other side. Anakin follows Palpatine and charges at him. Right when he attacks Sidious, he cuts the pipe, grabs a hold of Palpatine, and then makes him fall into the lava. Obi-Wan yells, "No!" With that, both Anakin and the Emperor fall to their doom, leaving Obi-Wan alive. Anakin redeems himself by sacrificing himself to save his master, his wife, and his future children. He brings balance to the Force, as the prophecy stated, and now he is no more. That is the end of What If Yoda Went to Mustafar. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it, and what you would have done differently. If you guys want to see more what ifs, then subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. But apart from that, have a great day. Anakin redeems himself by sacrificing himself